can open us up. Can you hear me, Andrew? Can you hear me, Andrew? Oh, I see the share screen. Andrew, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
But Andrew can't hear us. You texting him?
Yeah.
Mark not coming tonight?
No, he doesn't feel good. I just told him he doesn't have to be here. He was on Zoom. I'm like,
Yeah.
he doesn't
I
feel it.
saw him.
We got 5 guys. We got 5 people. 5 individuals.
All right, I gotcha.
All right, thanks, Andrew. So are we live now?
Yes, we are. Thank you very much. Sorry about the delay.
It's all right. Welcome to the Marshfield Zoning Board of Appeals meeting, April 11th, 2023. This is a hybrid meeting, so if you're dialing in, please use *6 to mute and to unmute. I don't need a roll call because we're all here. No one's online. And we're being taped by MCTV. So first hearing we have is 2323 Richard and Christine Mosca. The petitioners are seeking a special permit in accordance with 305, 1012, 305, 1301 of the Marshfield Municipal Code to construct an 8-foot by 25-foot 8 dormer on the property located at 111 Edward Road, which is further identified on the assessor's maps as being on parcel L052401, is located in the R3 and Inland Wetlands District. So, before you get going, Andrew, is there anything you need to address before she starts?
I just wanted to address the Inland Wetlands District aspect of this. I think that that's moot. I don't think that they're proposing anything that increases the building area or any of the dimensional or density aspects. It doesn't violate any of that stuff or make the structure more non-conforming. So I don't think that this needed the wetlands district aspect of this special permit.
Okay. So go ahead. So you don't have to address the inland wetlands.
Okay, so we were just planning to, oh,
Your
sorry.
name and address
Oh,
for the
sorry,
record?
my name is Christine Mosca. I live at 111 Edward Road.
Thank you.
And we are hoping to put up dormers in our house just to expand some space and get rid of the slanted ceilings upstairs in the bedrooms, and then divide up the rooms right now, so it would be 4 bedrooms instead of 2, to make the rooms a little bit, one room is like a lot larger, so would make that into 2 instead of 1, and then go from a half bath to a full bath.
Okay. So any questions from the board?
No, I'm good.
Anything you need to add, Andrew?
No, I think this was a very simple request. They don't further violate any aspects. It's just a non-conforming lot.
Okay. I move that the board close 2323. All in favor?
Eric Keane, aye.
Brian Murphy, aye.
Brian Sullivan, aye.
I move that the board vote to grant the petitioner's request for a special... Oh, sorry, Steve. Special permit subject to the conditions. This will require a building permit and a certificate of occupancy, and I'm assuming we all agree with 1 to 10 in the special permit.
I do.
I do.
I do.
Second?
So I gotta finish. The constructed 8-foot by 20-foot 8 dormer by the property to enclose an open deck, dimensions missing, located at 111 Edward Road, shown on plot plan dated October 12th, 2012, by Daniel M. Smith, PLS, and progress plans dated February 17th, 2023, by Rockwood Design, 11 pages. Since this proposal work is shown on the plans described, filings meets the criteria set forth in section 305-1012 of the zoning bylaw. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Larry Keane, aye.
Brian Murphy, aye.
Brian Sullivan, aye.
Steve Feeney, aye.
And the inland wetland permit is moot. Or do we have to vote on that? See? No, did. You're all good. Thank you.
Thank you very much, I appreciate it, thank you.
I'm going to start with the word John and Janice Griffin, 2324. The petitioners are seeking a special permit in accordance with 305-1012 of the Marshfield Municipal Code to construct a 16-foot by 25-foot deck with associated stairs on the property located at 21 Hartford Street, which is further identified on the assessor's maps as being on parcel L100411, is located in the R3 zoning district. Before we start, Andrew, do you have anything to add to this?
Is it Mr. Griffin is here tonight?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
No, sorry.
name and-
John Griffin, 12 Hartford Road.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hi, Mr. Griffin.
Andrew.
I don't know that we've actually met before, but I feel that I actually don't feel that you need a special permit from the zoning board for this. The one request I made this to Bill Grafton and the Conservation Commission, and was that you get a floodplain permit, which is a different type of zoning permit through the building department. It's done online. It's just more of documenting it. I actually think that even though your house is non-conforming, you've got a non-conforming house, you're adding the deck. Where you're proposing to put the deck is actually in the allowed building area for the lot. And I see no reason why the ZBA would really have to approve that. I feel like I could have done that down in my office. I really want to apologize that you weren't directed to me before now. And I honestly didn't even become aware of this until Monday morning. I have followed your case. I know that you went before the Conservation Commission last November, December to deal with some, and last year in May or something to deal with some sort of coastal dune issues. But I haven't had the opportunity to meet you, and I wish we had. I feel like I could have saved you some time. But I would like to tomorrow and get this, if you do have any availability anytime this week, I'll get you going and we should be able to get you going without any further delay.
That's great. They're shutting my water off at 7, so I'll be here at 7:05. No, that's great news. And Andrew, I don't know if you see my face, but we have chatted not about this, but about another project you're working me on. So, listen,
Right.
this is great. I'm pumped. Let's move this along. So there's no vote here needed. It's
Nope.
Do I get my money back? No, I'm joking.
I think you do, to be honest.
You ought to.
You should if you didn't.
It did. Okay. Can I just make one point about
Absolutely.
Nancy?
Yeah.
So I have worked with this town now for 5 years in different aspects.
Yeah.
She has been unbelievably amazing. I
Oh, no, Nancy's great. It's just-
wanna just point out the fact that if there's an employee of the month or an employee of the year, she should be put forward to it, because with all the crazy questions I'm sure every resident probably has to ask or doesn't know the zoning R3 all that stuff. She was just always on top of it and very, very helpful. So I just want to make sure you all know. You probably don't know
We
it
appreciate
anyways, but,
Nancy.
That's nice
she's
to
great.
hear.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, she's not here tonight, but we'll pass
Pass
that
it along for me, yeah. No, that's great.
How much was the filing fee? Like, what do you out of pocket?
It was like 225
Well,
bucks.
You clearly paid her, she paid you about 500 to say that. We'll call it a wash.
Am I in the hole again? No, that's perfect. All right, great. Andrew, I'll give you a call tomorrow and we'll set up some time, and I appreciate it. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Good night.
Mr. Griffin, can I ask you a question? Did you say that your address was 12 Hartford and not?
I live on 12th Ave. We own the house that we want to put the
Thank
shack
you.
on.
Okay,
Yeah, it's-
I just wanted to make sure.
No, everybody does it all the time.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. 2325, Thomas Coleman, Live Creative Cuisine.
It's 1849 Ocean Street, if that rings a bell to anyone.
Anyone online here for that? I'm going to read it in. The petitioner is seeking a site plan approval in accordance with 305-1202 of the Marshfield Municipal Code to create 10 additional seats outdoor dining on the property located at 1849 Ocean Street, number 10, which is further identified on the assessor's maps as being on parcel H0705-807 and is located in the B1 zoning district. So we'll just leave that open. 2326, The Marsh Coal-Fired Pizza. Come on up. The petitioner is seeking site plan approval in accordance with 305-1202 of the Marshfield Municipal Code to relocate the previously approved 16 outdoor dining seats and create an additional 16 seats for outdoor dining on the property located at 1840 Ocean Street, which is further identified on assessor's maps as being on parcel H080407A. It's located in the B1 zoning district. The name and address for the record?
The Marsh Coal-Fired Pizza, 1840 Ocean Street.
What's your name?
John Casares.
You get that?
Damien Grosher.
Thank you.
Andrew, do you have anything to say before they start?
No, suppose
Let them go? Okay. Go ahead.
We remodeled it a couple of years ago and we added a patio to the right-hand side if you're looking at the building. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm looking at it backwards. Yes, please. And then during COVID, we added seating out front that the state allowed us to do. And we'd like to keep that, but we'd like to get rid of, well, that's an old picture. It's all different now. I'm sure you guys have seen it.
Yes.
Okay.
Those are the progressive pictures. Those are the
So what we'd like to do is decommission or get rid of the seating on the right, because we don't use it because of the front. We added 4 parking spaces also, 2 on each end, which comes over, if you use 4 people per car, it gives us actually plenty of seating, because like I said, we're gonna remove the right-hand outside patio. We will remove the tables from there and everything. There'll be no seating there. So what we really just wanna do is parallel a shift to the front, where it's safer. It's safer for the guests, and it's a nicer looking, instead of just having tables out there. I think that's it.
You weren't interested in keeping the patio area inside?
We want the patio area up front, but not the one on the side. No, it's, cars coming through, backing up,
Yeah.
for me, it's just not it doesn't sit easily with me, to be honest with you.
Okay.
With this one, when you go back to the pictures that Damien provided, we actually have jersey barriers in between the fencing, so, and they're spaced enough where a car can't get through, God willing, God forbid, if someone hits the gas, and it's really secured.
Andrew, would you like to comment?
I mean, my comments are pretty much what I wrote in to the board. I mean, it's not really we don't have necessarily a site plan of what's proposed, just kind of a sketch. I have a little bit of concern of, just the jersey barriers and their spacing, and whether or not some sort of bollards or anything are required up in here. Those are just some of the things I think the board should think about. When giving this, it would be it's not necessarily that they're asking for anything different from what they've already been granted. They're just looking to use it in a different location. And in that regard, I don't necessarily think that this was always supposedly a pass-through. There weren't even any parking spaces proposed there. And so if they did propose something that had parking spaces in front of it up to like a guard there, then I think that actually would kind of give a little bit more safety to the area if there were cars parked in front of it. But There never has been parking, and all it would be doing is adding parking, which obviously we would be averse to. So as long as they're not taking any parking away, which they're not, they're just shifting the use from one area to another area. It's really up to the board to decide whether or not the safety is adequate, the lighting is adequate, whether or not the use of it is adequate. The fire department and all of them are on board. So that was all my comment here.
Okay.
Can I speak? I'm sorry.
Sure.
I did speak with the fire department, and they don't have a problem with it because we have an entrance and an exit. Once, when they were coming in, I spoke one time.
So if they were to do this, Andrew, would we require an as-built of the work that's completed, or the stuff that's
That's
placed?
up to you.
Okay. How does the board feel about this?
Well, I totally get what he wants to do there. I've actually eaten out on your patio. It's a nice spot, and switching it from the side, going over there, obviously, you're taking your customer's safety into concern here. You have, you're being proactive on it. Did the fire department say anything about putting any type of permanent barriers there, or a barrier that a
No,
car
because-
couldn't drive through, or?
I mean, you really would have to. It's heavy.
You have to want to go through.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah.
I don't mean to be. You really want to have to go through
Sure.
because when we placed them, Andrew from Taylor Lumber came down and we measured cars and we measured the distance. I just don't. Damien will have it. There's no way a car could actually fit through in
Yeah.
between. I mean, there's Jersey barriers and all the fencing is secured to the Jersey barriers and then secured to the ground.
Yeah.
You really have to want to get through it.
No, I mean, the fire department is clearly.
Yeah, and as far as lighting, during the winter months, we have the floodlights that go out there.
Yeah.
But if you go by now, are they back up? I haven't been to
they're
the
up.
site.
Yep.
Now we have the bistro lightings that also, we take them down for the winter,
Sure.
and then now they were put up last week or the week before, and it's bistro lighting. So there's a lot of light out there.
Yep.
I mean, it's so much light, sometimes, like, in the fall, the kids that come and play, they'll play out there while the parents are eating.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I'm
So
personally.
much light, sometimes I get complaints.
What's that?
I said it's so much light, sometimes I get
Yeah.
complaints.
Yeah, it's, right.
It's good, it's safe.
It
But
looks
that's
good.
the thing, like, I mentioned that in my comments, it's a way of giving, the required foot candles that you need for that area, and it provides adequate lighting. But I think the board should employ some sort of restriction on, in this day and age in 2023, some sort of automatic, like, that those lights shut off at.
They do.
12,
They do.
11, you know what I mean? So, but there are plenty of places around town that don't, John, and I'm just trying to
Yeah.
encourage the board to kind of set those kind of standards, because I do get those complaints and concerns quite a bit.
Yeah,
I'm not
they,
saying that you-
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but they actually do, they're on a timer. Now, if we lose power, sometimes the timer gets off, but the company that does them for us is pretty quick to respond to come back and reset the time.
What are your hours that you're open?
We're open till, summertime, the kitchen's open till 10, and the bar will, at the latest, will be closed at midnight. We have a 1 o'clock license, but we stay till midnight. We don't.
And
generally.
what time do you typically shut off the lights?
The lights would go off at midnight. And that's more as a safety feature for people leaving through the front,
Sure.
Should we just set the standard, if you have a license for a 1 o'clock closing, then do the lights to the permit? If it was a 12 o'clock, do a 12 o'clock.
Yeah, it's a 1
That
o'clock
way if they
license.
just- if
It's
they
1
decide-
o'clock, so
if
you said they
decide
shut off at 1.
Yeah, they should.
They shut off at 1, like around 1:15. We always
Yeah,
leave,
so you
just,
get safely get people.
yeah,
out.
just in case.
All right, so does the board have anything they want to see on this other than what he's explained?
No, I think.
Do we feel that we need a site plan? I mean, a plot plan for this?
I don't think that's necessary.
The way I look at it, they've been functioning like this for the last couple of years.
Yeah, I think it's been, the first year was the
Not
first.
like it's
but-
new.
No, it's been there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I move that we close 2326, wrong number.
It's
What
23,
is
26.
26?
Second,
All in favor?
Larry Keane, aye.
Robert Hensley, aye.
Brian Murphy, aye.
Brian Sullivan, aye.
Steve Feeney, aye.
I move that the board vote to grant the petitioner's request for site plan approval, subject, there is no, the conditions that the lights go off
Yeah,
after
1:15-ish.
1:15, 1:30.
And like I said, in case, if we lose power, they're really quick to respond. So if someone comes by, if we'd have power,
Let's just say 1:30, so
Yep.
you get time to get people out. Based on a finding that the proposed outdoor patio area shown on site plans and detailed specifications details meet the performance standards of the design standards set forth in section 1222 of the bylaw. Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Larry Keane, aye.
Gordon Hensy, aye.
Brian Murphy, aye.
Brian Sullivan, aye.
Steve Feeney, aye.
Thank you.
thanks. Have a nice day, folks. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Take care.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, so Daniel Reynolds. Daniel Reynolds, 2327. The petitioner is seeking a special permit in accordance with 305-1012 of the Marshfield Municipal Code to construct a 4'8" by 14'2" addition above the existing garage roof and 14-foot by 21-foot extension over the existing den and laundry room on the property located at 109 Salt Meadow Way, which is further identified Assessor's Maps as being H090501, is located in R1 zoning district. Name and address for the record.
Good evening. Steve Bjorkland, 861 Main Street, Norwell, Massachusetts, here representing the Reynoldses
Thank you.
on their additions. This actually is a special permit under the extension and alteration, which is in 9.02C, which is a single-family residential structure. And there's a couple of different additions. One of them is a first floor kitchen addition. They're bumping the kitchen out a little bit. It's going over a roof for a underground garage. So the foundation is already out to that level on the left-hand side. That's actually the wrong plan.
So which one? Sorry.
109 Salt Meadow Way?
Yep, sorry.
That's okay.
Follow up. Right here, right, Steve?
Yep. So you can see the bottom left-hand corner shows the two-car garage under, and that has a roof line on that. What they want to do is just extend a single-story addition for the kitchen where you see the two small windows at the kitchen sink. So again, that foundation's already poured, it's already in, so there's no further extension. And it also meets the side yard setback anyways in that district. The other addition is on the back in the area near where the chimney is. If you could go to the floor plan for the second floor. Okay, if you see the tub in the back of the house, which is near the top of the plan, they're extending that room, which is now a laundry. They're extending that back a few feet to the area where the tub is. So that's now enclosed where the tub is shown. And then they're taking an area which is a second floor deck and creating the new bedroom on the second floor. The left-hand corner in the back of the new bedroom on the left, if you come over towards the side, right there, that corner doesn't change at all. They're building right to that corner. So everything is above existing foundation at that point also. And everything on the structure meets all the existing setbacks. It's just an undersized lot. That's it.
All right. Andrew, you have anything to add, other than what you've told us?
Yeah, I mean, my only request was that we get some sort of, before they issue the building permit, I want either a letter from a professional land surveyor or a plot plan showing that this is out of the current elevation or current special flood hazard area, because all the plans that we have are, from like 2004 or whenever they were initially, they've all been modified by hand. The original plan was all drawn in 2007, so the flood zones have changed like 6 times since then. So I'd like to, right now it's at an AE9. It very well may be that this line has not changed whatsoever and that it's still the line, but I just want to see it on a current plot plan so that I know whether or not the structure's in a flood zone.
Yeah, that's fine. And we did try to get a hold of Millbrook Survey, but their phone is disconnected, and I don't know if they're in business anymore or not.
Gotta find a new guy.
So we'll get a new guy to do that. Just so that you know, it's only a 14% increase in the size of the house. So there's no maximum feasible or anything like that, as far as
It's just a matter of
flood-proof.
knowing the location. I don't think it's triggering any of the flood zone requirements or anything. It's just a matter of knowing the location.
Yeah, that's fine. If we can make that subject to the building permit,
Sure.
that's fine.
All right. Anything else from the board? Anything from the audience? All right. So, I move that we close 23-127, 109 Salt Meadow Way.
Second,
All in favor?
Larry Keane, aye.
Grover Hensey, aye.
Brian Murphy, aye.
Brian Sullivan, aye.
Steve Feeney, aye.
And I move that the board vote to grant the petitioner's request for a special permit, subject to the conditions to have a plot plan that identifies
Current.
current floodplain.
From a certified land surveyor.
Yes, a PLS. And this will require a building permit and a certificate of occupancy. And we all agree with the 1 to 10 on the special permit. I do.
I do.
Can I ask the building inspector one question while we have him here? If it's determined that the corner of the building is in a new floodplain, are you gonna want an elevation certificate?
It would be advisable to do that, and it would be beneficial for the homeowner to have that anyway. So I would encourage you to do that. It would depend on the cost of construction, whether it would be absolutely required, but I would highly encourage you, and I would greatly appreciate if the homeowner would do that.
All right.
If memory serves me correct, I don't think that flood zone increased at all
That's great.
since those days, because I know
Was
someone
severe?
lived in the area, and they, I don't think it increased, but what do I, I've been
Thanks a lot,
wrong.
Steve.
I've been wrong once or twice
To
before.
construct a 4-foot 8 by 14-foot 2 addition above the existing garage roof and a 14-foot by 21-foot extension over the existing den and laundry room on the property located at 109 Salt Meadow Way, and is shown on the architectural plans by BF Architects, Bill, I can't pronounce that name, Fornachari of Plymouth, and 6 pages. Since the proposed work shown on the plans and described in the filings meets the criteria set forth in section 305-10.12 of the zoning bylaw, do I have a second?
Second,
All in favor?
Larry Keane, aye.
Grover Hensey, aye.
Brian Murphy, aye.
Brian Sullivan, aye.
Steve Feeney, aye.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good night.
I gotta bring a tough one in here someday.
Someday. So do we have Linda and Joseph Hyde Jr.,
Excuse me.
20 Jackson Way?
Beautiful.
Street. Read it in. The petitioners, 2328, Linda and Joseph Hyde Jr., the petitioner is seeking a special permit in accordance with 305-1012 of the Marshfield Municipal Code to raise the existing structure and construct new 30 by 37 two-story single-family dwelling on new pilings with a 10-foot by 20-foot deck associated with the stairs and the property located at 20 Jackson Street, which is further identified on the assessor's maps as being parcel K121203, is located in the R3 zoning district. Is anyone here for this? Seems that there isn't. I'll leave it open and give them a chance, and we'll go back to, I can read your shirt. I'm assuming you are Live Creative Cuisine?
Yes.
We already read you in, so come on up. Go ahead.
My name is Thomas Coleman, 1849 Ocean Street, Unit 11, Live Creative Cuisine. We were asking for permission for permanent extension of premises, which we were granted during COVID, and it actually has been re-granted again through 2024. The outdoor seating capacity currently, I think, is 32 on the building certificate, and we extended out 8 feet by 20 feet along the fence line that was originally there, and that's what we've been using since it was granted in 2020. It's about 14 seats. A few months back, I had it fenced in, just in accordance with information I was getting from the ABCC office wanting security around premises serving alcohol. So I thought it would be the right thing to do so, and since then, this obviously came up and I wanted to go for permanent.
Do you have a survey of what your lease encompasses? Because this is going back to 2008.
I received a survey from my landlord last week, and it appears that we are encroaching on town land about between 6 and 8 feet.
Do you have anything that shows where that is?
I do. I don't currently have it with me now, but it is the line of the survey runs parallel. This, if I could show, I could show you. If you go back to the previous, Andrew, if you wouldn't mind. This was the existing wall. Fireplace is here. Backs up. See where the playground is. So right in this area is where the survey line is, and we're out here where the fence is now.
Where the fence is now?
Yeah. Obviously, I wouldn't have spent all the money to put a fence in like that had I known it was on town property. I was getting bad information early on.
Yeah.
And
But so
then
none of
those
the-
things happened, so now this is where we're at.
None of the seating area is on the town property.
The seating area is inside that fence area.
Yeah.
Now, if
I'd like to correct that. Actually, where the current fence is the new fence. This is the fence from 2008. It's like a short 3-foot fence, but there's now a black, like vinyl or metal fence that goes around that area and kind of incorporates a tree or something. And there's some seating area out here. That's the extra seating.
That's what was
That's
granted, yes.
all on town property. That's not property that's owned to you. I thought we discussed this, and I thought I suggested that you get permission from the select board.
Well, right, I thought today was a selectmen's, that's what I was told, what was gonna come first, the zoning board hearing or the selectmen's hearing, and this is what I was told, that today was gonna be the selectmen's hearing, so I thought we were gonna have that discussion today. But clearly, I was misinformed again.
Maybe you misheard.
I could have misheard. Very possible.
Well, logistically, I think what would make sense is you get permission from the property owner to do what you want to do, and then you come to us for our permission to do what the property owner is going to let you do. Because we don't have jurisdiction over land that you don't have control over. We can't say that you can do something on your neighbor's property.
No, I understand that, and when the work was done, I was led to believe it was my landlord's property. He gave me written permission.
Yeah,
And now, obviously, now that we know it's on town property, who do I get permission from? The selectmen's board?
Yeah, you have to go to the Board of Selectmen first.
And that's exactly what I thought I was doing today. So, obviously,
Well, it's always quality time with the zoning board, but
I don't disagree.
not the right
Well,
kind of
I would
quality time.
say, so Bob, should we continue this and then get a proper site plan and send him to get permission from the select board?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, you can't really proceed in this matter because they don't have any permission to propose it on town land. The select board has on occasion, in very limited circumstances, allowed some encroachment into town property. But again, that's completely up to the select board.
Okay.
So, you guys want to continue this to 5/9?
Sure.
You think?
5/9?
Yeah, you think that's our next meeting?
Yeah.
All right.
And if you need more time, let us know.
I don't know the schedule on that for
The only thing I would just jump in and make sure that there's going to be a select board meeting before that time, and we have town meeting coming up, and I don't know what the exact select board schedule would be, but you can always continue it after
We
the
can
next
always,
meeting
yeah,
as
we
well.
can continue it again
Yeah.
if we need to, so.
Yeah.
Make a motion that the board continue 2325 Thomas Coleman, Live Creative Cuisine to 5/9. Do I have a second?
Second,
All those in favor?
Larry Keane, aye.
Brian Murphy, aye.
Brian Sullivan, aye.
Feeney, aye.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So is
Good luck with the
Lynn,
selectmen. We want to help, but
yeah,
No, I know, I,
You are clear with what you need to do there, right?
yes.
In the meantime, we're still in a state of emergency, so I'll.
Yeah,
yeah, you're still
nothing's
doing
gonna
the
change.
same thing.
I know, I just, I'm a type of person that's to get things done.
Yeah.
I know you all as well.
Well,
Do I just go to the selectmen's office to find out the next meeting?
Probably
Yeah,
online on the calendar,
Okay,
if you go right on the website, town
Yeah.
website.
all right, very good.
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Is 20 Jackson Street here? All right, I'm gonna move that we continue 2328 Linda and Joseph Hyde Jr., 20 Jackson Street to 5/9. Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Larry Keane, aye.
Brian,
Go Ramsey, aye.
Brian Murphy, aye.
Brian Sullivan, aye.
Steve Feeney, aye.
Thank you. Then we have this continuance, 2266 Peter Bethanis, 1184 Ferry Street, wants to be continued to 5/9. 2023, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Larry Keane, aye.
Go Ramsey, aye.
Brian Murphy, aye.
Brian Sullivan, aye.
Steve Feeney, aye.
And are we doing the approval of minutes? Do we have them here? Perfect, we'll approve them.
Approve the minutes for August 10th, September 28th,
Yeah,
November 23rd, 2021, February 28th, 2023, March 14th, 2023.
all in favor? Aye.
Keane, aye.
Go Ramsey, aye.
Brian Murphy, aye.
Brian Sullivan, aye.
Steve Feeney, aye.
Thank you. Now, is that it? We don't have anything else?
Move to adjourn.
Right, my only question, and now that Bob's here too, the earlier meetings that we declared you didn't have to have one for 21 Hartford, do you have to actually vote to deny it as moot? And since they actually filed for a request, do you have to deny the Inland Wetlands District thing at all as moot or withdraw without prejudice or anything like that?
Bob, if they,
Apply
for something-
Can you just not hear?
oh, what's that? No, Bob's right there.
You guys kind of decided not to hear it, but
Yeah.
didn't make really an actual decision on it.
So Bob, if we had something in front of us that didn't need to be there, if we didn't take any action on it, we just send them their money back and they just deal with Andrew?
No, you actually have to take a vote on it.
All right,
You actually should be, if you fail to take action on a matter within a certain period of time, you could end up with a construction approval. So you should, if somebody comes in by mistake, you should always deny it, as moot, okay, at a minimum. Okay, that's my view. I didn't hear the discussion on Hartford because I was, late coming into the meeting, but was it your view that they didn't need any relief at all?
yes.
That's correct.
I mean, so the better practice would be to deny it as moot.
We still can give them their money back, right?
Well, if you've already spent advertising money for a public hearing, you can't give me your money back.
That's terrible. All right, so we're gonna deny this as moot. Do we have to did we close the meeting?
We did close the
We
meeting.
have to reopen the meeting, right, Bob?
No, you can deliberate after the meeting was closed unless you,
No, I'm saying we just
Did you
closed,
vote?
we closed tonight's meeting. No, we didn't do anything.
No, we didn't close
so you
tonight.
can still deliberate.
Okay,
The meeting's still open.
all right. So, what was that address, Andrew?
21 Hartford
That
Road?
was 30, I'm sorry, that was 21 Hartford Road.
So 21 Hartford Road. We
I
are,
thought that lot was non-conforming, didn't meet the area requirements, am I mistaken?
The lot is conforming, the house was non-conforming, but where they wanted to place the deck is completely within the building
Okay.
area, primary dwelling.
All right, I couldn't determine that from what I think I had.
because you
at the
didn't
time,
have enough
so
information.
Right, so whatever you guys decide is okay with me.
All right, so I do open in 2324, John and Janice Griffin. Petitions seeking, I already read this in, so, we just deny it as moot.
Yeah, the motion would be to deny the project as moot.
Deny the project as moot. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Grover, all in favor?
Larry Keane, aye.
Go Ramsey, aye.
Brian Murphy, aye.
Brian Sullivan, aye.
Steve Feeney, aye.
All right,
Brian, we did not do F.
F.
You we moved back to live.
Oh, sorry, I moved them to,
You did move them?
Yes.
I
to
thought
5/9/2020.
You did move them?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
I
we
missed that.
voted
I
on it.
apologize.
Sorry.
Move to adjourn?
Second.
Larry Keane, aye.
Proviso, aye.
Ryan Murphy, aye.
Ryan
He's
Sullivan,
right,
aye.
Andrew stopped us.
Thank you guys, appreciate
Thank you.
that.
Thanks, Andrew.